I don't want to say hope was lost, but a giant part of the hope was lost for certain. Hello, Giants fans. I just wanted to take the moment to apologize for the last video. It was a bit rough, you know, but I fed into all the negativity and I got out of character. It's just I seen it coming from miles away and I knew it was gonna happen. And then it happened, but it's too much. It's too much. I love the Giants. Perform well or perform bad, I always root for them to do their best. So when people get on there and they just talking bad about the entire team, the entire staff, I expect it from my rivals. I expect it from other teams, other fan bases, but to see it from the Giants to just disrespect us like that and then just giggle the entire time, that bothers me too much. It's way too much. So like I felt like I had to reel everybody in, that feels that way, and then let them know, how I really feel. So, but first week is over with. I'm still dealing with the residue from it. I'm still hurt. I'm still I don't want to say hope was lost, but a giant part of the hope was lost for certain. So it is what it is, though. We moving on to the Commanders. Yes. So, I mean, from seeing the score and seeing people talk about the game between Tampa and Washington, I was under the impression that their defense, especially their secondary, is absolutely trash from the way everyone was talking. So I got like really excited and I'm like, oh my God, like we about to go in there and do our thing. And then I started watching the highlights and it didn't look like that at all. It actually, I don't want to say had me shaking in my boots, but I'm aware that this is an NFL football team and they do got some playmakers and they look pretty decent. So I wanted to finish the highlights, but I'm gonna start it from the beginning. And yeah, just to see what happens. Cause I mean, we need to look at our enemy before we step foot in there, right? That's a given. So let's do exactly that. Let's see what our rivals look like in week one. Let's go. So this is not gonna be like let's check the highlights on a big screen and let's see what happened. I know what happened. They got stomped out, but I just wanted to see them play just to, for all of us to get prepared to what's about to come. Because just as many changes as we have had as Giants, so have the Commanders. And I'm not just talking the name. I know the name changes all the time. But they have a lot of changes just like us. So yeah, let's see what they look like. So we're not gonna watch the entire thing, or I'm gonna watch the entire thing, but you can watch it on your own time. But I'm just gonna keep, some of the highlights basically. Just to get an understanding of what it is. And then we're gonna talk about next week. That was nice. Just to think it's Baker Mayfield. Wow. That's some giant stuff right there. He's fast. Secondary ain't looking too promising. Or maybe the Bucks are just that good. Whew. Damn, why can't we have somebody like Evans? Okay, the defense is not looking too great. The Commanders defense. Wow, he's so fast. I mean, first quarter looks pretty. Oh, they got a terrible kicker. 47-yard attempt. That was nice. Damn, Baker looking like something. Whew. Ooh, Evans is such a beast. No wonder Tom Brady won the Super Bowl with him. I mean, look at him. He is a monster. All right, guys. I skipped through a lot of that, but just know that I did watch it. And after watching it, I can verify that they are not that good on defense for certain. Offense looks a little bit explosive here and there, but really doesn't. They don't have that consistency and explosiveness. It reminds me of us, really. So I think this should be a good battle, to be honest with you guys. It is the second week, so both teams are going to be a lot better. But yeah, we have a good chance. I feel really confident after watching the highlights between Tampa and Washington. I think we got a really, really good chance of going in there and, doing what we do with them, Obviously, Wolfie over here doesn't feel that way. It feels like you're going to score 16 points. 23-16. 24-20. 221? 221? It's missing something there. There's no way you think they're going to blow us out. When was the last time the Commanders blew us out, guys? Tell me, please. Oh, maybe with Joe Judge, right? When we had Jake Fromm. Yeah. But that wasn't even a blowout. Sort of was, but yeah, with Daniel Jones, he ain't never blew out Daniel Jones. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. 22-17 for the Giants. All right. 27-20 for Washington. 10-7 for the Giants. I think it's gonna be more of a more scoring game than that. They just disrespected at this point. 17-14 Washington. I don't see that. I see like a 23-21 game, 24-20, 27-20, 27-23. You guys just got it the wrong way, So I guess I'm going to give you my pick. I think personally we are going to beat them 28-17. That's my prediction. I know it's a tough prediction coming out of week one where we haven't scored a touchdown yet. But considering that we haven't scored a touchdown, I'm going to change my prediction, actually. It's going to be 31-20. 31-20 for the Giants. It's my final offer. Take it or leave it. Their defense don't look like they're ready for our offense. And I know a lot of you go like, what offense? It's week one. Let him live, okay? The guy had a, ACL surgery. Came back 9 months later. Did you see Joe Burrow? Did he do amazing? No. When quarterbacks come back from injury, it takes a little bit, especially serious injuries. It takes a little bit of time getting used to. He got a lot of rookies around him. New play caller, which is Dable. So, man, I hope for the best. I really do. But God forbid, can you imagine? What if out of nowhere everything changes next week? We get some confidence from Danny. And then we just start just running through the league. What if? I'm just saying, God forbid, Daniel Jones wins the Super Bowl this year. I think I think all of the analysts should get fired. I think all of the fan base that's been hating on him and burning his jerseys, I think they should become Cowboys fan. I think y'all should leave the Giants, and only a few Giants will be standing at the end of the road. I know you're gonna be laughing like, "Oh, what are you talking about? That would never happen. That would never happen. Never happen." Yeah, I know in your world, but I every year, I don't care how they looking, I'm always wishing for a Super Bowl. That's the whole reason I get excited for the football season. I don't get excited like, oh, hopefully we make it to the playoffs. Hell no, when we make it to the playoffs, I don't care how we looking. I don't care how many times we have lost against another team that we're gonna face in the playoffs. I'm always hoping for the best. Hands down. Always hoping for the best. So yeah, Washington seems like almost a secured win. So hopefully we can do it. And again, I apologize for the last video. I know I came a bit aggressive towards the end. But it's too much. When you get beat down like that, what else you gonna do? You know? When people are just talking smack left and right and they just disrespecting your team to the fullest. And I don't know, it's not fun, you know? It feels like when Daniel Jones and the New York Giants get bullied, because they're such a big part of my heart, you know, I feel like I'm getting bullied. That's what it feels like. But because I'm a fan and I'm going through this depression, I gotta let it out somewhere, you know? So if you talk smack about Daniel Jones, no, I'm gonna take it personal. You talk smack about the New York Giants, no, I'm gonna take it personal. For all the people already talking about the draft class, you already know how I feel about you. So I'm not gonna say it again. I'm gonna keep this nice. This content is gonna be on point. I'm looking for positivity going into week 2. And if we can pull this off and we look a lot better than week 1, I know what people are going to say. Oh, well, there's the Washington Commanders. Nobody was expecting nothing from them. So I know loss would be terrible. Actually, I take that back. Because a loss would absolutely just increase whatever is going on at the moment. But a win, even if it's a 40-0 blowout, everybody's gonna say, well, it's the Washington Commanders, you know? So if we win, it doesn't matter because everybody's still gonna go on and go on. We need to beat the Cowboys. That's what it's coming to. Because if we can't beat them, then you know they're gonna bury us either way you look at it. Who cares, yo? Go Giants, man. Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue. Let's win it all. Let's shock the world, Daniel. Let's shock the world, Danny Dimes. Let's shock the world. Let's shock the so-called New York Giants fans. They hate you to death. They hate their own team to death. They leave the game early. And they leave it. I mean, some people go like, well, you got to understand. You got to understand. Understand what? You're leaving your stadium with the other team's fans while you celebrating your 100th anniversary. That is not a time to leave the stadium at all. Yeah, the team doesn't look good. Yeah, the team is trash, whatever. Oh, they can't do anything. Very disappointing. All those things. That's all right. But you leaving? Nah. Not while we celebrating. It just doesn't make no sense. So it is what it is, though. We're gonna beat the brakes out of the Commanders. That's one thing I do know. So, anyways, guys, I gave you my thoughts. I know you're gonna give me your thoughts on the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell everybody about Culture of Excellence. And go Big Blue. Go Giants. We're gonna stomp them. Look out. Yes, we are. Because that's what we do to the Commanders. That's what Daniel Jones does to the Commanders. So, until next time.